Good evening. I am Dr. Debbie B., otherwise known as the Scarf Lady. Well, I have been asked by numerous people for tips on how to wear scarves, particularly while Zooming. Now, the first thing I'd like to show you is this. Now, most of us who Zoom worry a little bit about our necks. So first thing we do is we take a scarf, an extra long one, where you can wrap it and wrap it around fairly tightly, get it up there nice and high. You can maybe make a little bow, but the whole idea is you have no neck showing. The other thing is never, ever have the video part down below. You need to lift it up like this, see? That way, instant facelift. Get what I'm saying, ladies? Instant facelift. Now, if you are talking to your boss at the CDC and you want to appear appropriate, the very first thing that you would do was you could take your scarf and you could put it up like this. Instant protection. You could get a little flirtatious there, depending on who else is on the line. So, it's a little hard to read sometimes. So if you're Zooming and your boss at the White House just keeps going on and on and on, and there's a whole lot of mansplaining, and you just can't keep quiet, but you really have to, you can then take it and bite on this like this so you don't say anything. Right? Got it. Okay, let's get to a more pleasant aspect of Zooming. What if we're having cocktails with the girls? Now, if you're having a glass of white wine, you want to have an appropriate scarf. So, let's find something with shades of fruitiness and shades of spring. Put that little scarf on and get the colors just right. Hold it up very coquettishly, maybe if there's a couple of guys around, and enjoy your Prosecco. Now, if one is going to try some red wine, you need an appropriate scarf that is going to bring out the blush of the red wine. I suggest a dark, full-bodied scarf, like one like this. Notice the darkness of the color of the scarf complements the wine. Now, let's move on to those Zooms that we have with our families. Yes, it can be as many as 8 to 10, 12 people, but if you're Zooming with your children in particular, I suggest that you get a scarf that has, let's see, a little bit of, let's go with this one, a little darkness, but a square, but one that as you're talking to your children, you put over your head, or actually when they come online, you've got the scarf like this, where you can assume a bit of a martyr pose. Did you get the bread I sent you? You've run out of stamps. We're available to FaceTime anytime you wish. Okay, yeah, we'll put a check in the mail. So that's how you Zoom with your children. Now, one last thing. Sometimes when you Zoom, we all know that it's hard to reach for that mute button, or that it's hard to reach for the video thing. So I suggest you take another very transparent scarf, place it over your head. It's pretty, gives them something to look at, and you can kind of carry on in secret some things. Anyway, those are my tips for today. Bye-bye. This is Dr. Debbie B. We'll see you at 5 o'clock.